We have some live visuals coming in. Let's take a look at that. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is expected to unveil the plan for a free and open Indo-Pacific. There's going to be a focus on India's increasingly significant role in the region. We are being told that this visit is very crucial to New Delhi. These are the live visuals as the aircraft has alighted at the airport. As you can see, the first delegation, of course, is a cultural representation as well from India. This is the Delhi airport. Amid the dhol and the nagaras, the Japanese Prime Minister gets a welcome. Japan and India, remember, have been long-time allies and friends. And on the agenda of talks with the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, related to Russia, Ukraine, Indo-Pacific region, defense and security. And of course, there will be trade and economic issues. Let's just dip into some of those interactions. All right, so these are the first visuals on your screen right now. You can see Rajiv Chandrasekhar there meeting to the first representation from the government there. Of course, a cultural moment as well, dance and dhols for the Prime Minister as he has just landed at the airport. There's going to be a meeting scheduled with the Prime Minister as well. This is very important, remember, amid China's deliberate interference with India. It is the friendship with Japan that is going to play a crucial role. So the Prime Minister heads into his vehicle acknowledging the welcome that he's got on the red carpet. The evolving situation, remember, is in the backdrop of the military aggression by China and to ensure that Japan and India remain good friends amid all of this. So this meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Kishida will be very crucial. We are being told that this visit is about 27 hours long to New Delhi, and it will be the bilateral ties, specifically in defense, security, investment, technology and trade. So of course, Modi and Kishida's together visual and a photo opportunity will be very crucial. And why is this very important for India presently? India is currently heading as the presidency of the G20. Japan is currently heading the presidency for G7. So for both nations, it's very crucial time right now. The Japanese Prime Minister will then unveil the free and open Indo-Pacific plan for peace. So with staying with these visuals, as just a short while ago now from Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar interacting with the Japanese Prime Minister, a Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan with the latest on that. Geeta, as we look at these visuals, I must say that unlike many other earlier dignitaries and the presence, there is a lot of cultural representation this time, a lot of dance and reactions that have come in. It's very interesting, isn't it?
Well, that's right, Pooja, but this is a rare honor that we accord to the Japanese premiers. We've done that in the past with Shinzo Abe, who no longer is with us, but now extending the same to Prime Minister Kishida, just showing the importance India attaches to ties with Japan. Now, India and Japan do share special strategic and global partnerships, and to enhance that, the two sides have had regular annual summits. This, in fact, would be the fourth meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Kishida. Last year, they met 3 times. The 14th annual summit in March, where Prime Minister Kishida had visited India, and Prime Minister Modi visited Tokyo in May for the Quad Summit, and then again in September for the state funeral of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. So a lot on the anvil, from defense and security cooperation to economic cooperation, where the bilateral trade between India and Japan stood at $20.75 billion last year.
Okay.
So it's an ever-increasing cooperation. And finally, a very important aspect that the two sides will be talking about would be clean energy partnership as well. This meeting is being held at a very significant time, and like you rightly pointed out, Pooja, presidencies of the G20 and G7 respectively for India and Japan are very, very critical at a time when there is a war, an ongoing war. So let's see what the great outcomes of this visit is going to be. There certainly will be a few agreements and MOUs signed in different sectors of defense, security, economy and climate.
Geeta Mohan with the latest. As Japanese Prime Minister Kishida has arrived in India and will be, of course, shortly meeting the Prime Minister as well. But what an interesting, colourful representation also from India. Remember, Japan and India both have strong historical, cultural ties too. And therefore, this will be a very crucial visit in the backdrop of G7 and G20.